I saw this earlier today, and this is absolutely crazy. Pete WhiskeyLeaks Hegseth's secret deal to get Trump his free Qatari-Jet is leaked. So it wasn't just, a gift to the American people, and it's really not a bribe at all. It's not directly going to him. No. Apparently all of that nonsense has gone out the window. The U.S. has formally received Qatar's unconditional donation of a $400 million 747-8 Boeing jet for the Trump administration to use as Air Force One. Defense Secretary Pete WhiskeyLeaks Hegseth and his Qatari counterpart earlier this month signed a memorandum of understanding which allows Trump to use the plane once he leaves office, ABC News reported Monday. Now, my understanding was that the original deal, the whole way that all of this was allowed in the first place, was that it wasn't a gift directly to Trump. It was a gift to, the American people, to the country, and that Trump would be allowed to use it for Air Force One, but that following him leaving office, he could not personally take this plane with him after he left office. That basically he is not allowed to receive this gift, but the American people, the president's seat, is allowed to receive this gift. But it seems like all of that has completely gone out the window at this point, and that, which is not shouldn't surprise anybody whatsoever, that Trump just wanted the plane, and that they're going to use whatever cynical reasoning they possibly can to make that happen. That document describes the plane as a bona fide gift to the Defense Department, with the U.S. paying nothing for it. This donation is made in good faith and in the spirit of cooperation and mutual support between the parties, it states. Nothing in this memorandum of understanding is or shall be interpreted or construed as an offer, promise, or acceptance of any form of bribery, undue influence, or corrupt practice. Of course, it's not corrupt if you just don't say it's corrupt, right? You can just say it's not bribe. Everybody knows that the line between a bribe and not a bribe is just saying, guys, it's not a bribe. That everybody knows that. Come on, guys. Do you seriously gonna think somebody receives money for no reason in a position of political power, receives a large gift like this for no reason in a position of political power? Everybody knows all they have to do is just say it's not a bribe. And then it's not a bribe, guys. Come on. You're being so mean. The memo adds that the plane is not connected or otherwise related to any governmental decision and, as such, is not made, offered, promised, or accepted because of any past, present, or future official act or decision, and is not intended to obtain or retain any improper advantage or to influence any official decision. Wow, that is a word salad to just try and be like, no, it's not a bribe, no, it's not, guys, no, it's not, la 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 la, it's not a bribe. This is corporate speak. This is oh god, this is just corporate speak word salad to try and go, la, it's not a bribe. Oh yeah. The White House did not immediately respond to an inquiry from the Daily Beast. The Defense Department declined to comment. When the gift, which was previously used by the Qatari royal family, was first announced in May, lawmakers, commentators on the right and left, and Trump's former Vice President Mike Pence were critical. Some questioned whether the arrangement was really free, given Trump's transactional approach to the presidency. Yeah, of course. Okay, anybody who's paying. See, this is something that I feel like people who aren't actually paying attention to what's going on this administration would question this statement. They'd see somebody say, some questioned whether the arrangement was really a free given Trump's transactional approach to the presidency. Somebody who isn't paying attention, maybe slightly Republican leaning, maybe voted Trump and doesn't get politics very much, would say something like, oh, come on, you're being so unfair. If Trump's presidency is transactional, then Biden's presidency is transactional or whatever. When that's absolute that's a complete false equivalence. If you look at the pardons that Trump has been issuing, if you look at the people that he's put in his administration, there is absolutely zero comparison to what the Biden administration or really any administration in the past has ever done. The cost of renovations was also a point of concern, given how aviation experts estimated a minimum price tag of $1 billion. That was one of my biggest criticisms of all of this, is it would probably be cheaper to commission a brand new plane of this exact same style with, from scratch, with all of the security and whatnot and all the security stuff that they would have to do on board for Air Force One, than to retrofit this Qatari gifted plane, right? I don't know for certain. I would imagine, I predict that it would be even cheaper to just commission it yourself. But if it's not cheaper, it has to be damn close in price, and that it makes zero sense to spend $1 billion renovating this plane. Taxpayer money. And also the idea that we're going to spend $1 billion of taxpayer money to renovate this plane, but then Trump gets to take it with him when he leaves office. That seems like that doesn't make any sense at all. How could that possibly be? I say, how could that possibly be legal? The concept of legality doesn't exist with this administration. So I don't know. The Defense Department recently transferred nearly that much for a classified project, the New York Times reported Sunday. Air Force officials told the outlet that some of the money would be spent on renovating the aircraft that has been called a flying palace. After Trump leaves office, ownership of the plane will transfer to the Trump Presidential Library Foundation, Hegseth confirmed during a June Senate Appropriations Committee hearing, but that didn't sit well with some lawmakers. Why would we ask the American taxpayer to spend upwards of $1 billion on a plane that would then only be used for a handful of months and then transfer directly to the president? Connecticut Senator Chris Murphy asked. That doesn't sound like a wise use of taxpayer dollars. Okay, so I think I maybe slightly misinterpreted it before. I think this presidential library thing is his personal, like basically his personal account, right? His personal property sort of thing. So yeah, this seems like... I mean, come on. Just imagine for 5.5 seconds Biden wanted to take a $400 million 747 Flying Palace jet from the Qataris, right? Just imagine for half a second Republicans would lose their minds. They'd be calling Biden a traitor. They'd be calling him a puppet. I mean, come on. Just imagine for a second Kamala got elected and did something like this, right? They would never allow it. It would be all they could talk about. And I guarantee you, all of like my slightly conservative but apolitical leaning friends that ended up voting for Trump this time around and barely follow politics at all would hear about it too. And they'd be like, next time we hang out, they'd be like, oh my God, you hear Biden? He just took a $400 million jet from Qatar. Oh my God, that's pure corruption, right? And he gets to keep it after. Oh my God, dude, they would never shut up about it, bro. But I guarantee you, like, if I bring this up to them, they've either never heard about it, or they don't care, or it's so frustrating, man. It's just the double standard that seem to hold for this Trump administration and others with regards to rank corruption is just like, it's a joke, right? It's just an absolute joke. And of course, everybody knows it's not a bribe if you just know. All you have to do to keep something from being a bribe is just say it's not a bribe, guys. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do.